Hi there, it's Jackie, and I am just, I'm working on a project, and I'm going to this Gnome, so I just thought I would do a quick live while I color it, in case anybody was bored at home. It's my lunch break from work, so I just thought I would color it. So I'm going to start, this is by KLM, with GB1, GB3, and GB5. And I just been teaching all day. And just thought I would color during my lunch here. And thought maybe somebody might be at home, kind of lonesome, that might enjoy watching. So it's just a spontaneous live. And I'm just going to color and make a tag. Just kind of a quick project. It's nothing major. So that's all I'm doing. And I don't have my, oh my goodness, I don't have my other phone on. Our baby was playing with it and she set a passcode and I can't get into it. So I cannot actually see my messages, my any comments that you guys are making, if you're making any. So if you're on, hello, I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see the comments and I'm just coloring. I thought you might want to hang out. Let me see if I can make it where I can see the comments. If anybody's on with me. I don't know. I didn't know. This was spontaneous and not planned. So I'm just kind of going back and forth. I'm using my tri-blends, and this is just a quick tag that I needed. So I thought, well, why not? So I'm just laying down my lightest color. And really, I have found with my tri-blends and my Spectrum Noirs, it's actually better to lay down the lighter color first, and I actually didn't. Kind of started with my darker color, but it gets the ink moving if you start with the lighter color. So I'm just kind of going back over it a little bit. It's okay, because I'm going to do several layers anyway. So I'm going in with my darker. And this is just a quick tag that anybody could make if they're needing one for a present. And that's what I thought I would do. This is actually the newest release from KLM, and I was going to make a card. I just haven't done it yet. I've got a couple of cards to show that I have made. So, anyway, oh, hi, Gail. How are you? It is a cute gnome. KLM has some really cute gnomes. It's kind of funny because I just now, I don't know, this year or so, maybe a year and a half, for the last 12 months or so, have gotten into gnomes. Before that, I wasn't really into them as much, and now I love them. And I'm on a design team where we do lots of them, and I really enjoy doing them now. And I've done several for Easter and posted them on my blog. But I just needed a quick tag, and I thought, why not do a live, just spontaneously. And I'm hoping I'm not messing anybody else up that has a planned live. But so many people are doing lives now, it's hard to find times to even do them. So I thought this is just something quick to do. Hi, Mia from Puerto Rico. Oh, how are you? How are you? I'm on my lunch. I'm teaching from home. I Zoom with my students all morning. And I needed a little break. And so I needed this tag, and I thought, well, it's my lunch, taking a break, I'm going to color, and why not do a live while I do it? So I'm just kind of going back and forth with my medium and dark and my light, trying to get the effect that I want. And this is Copic Express paper, which I love. I love Sweet Sentiment paper. I love it too, but I'm out. And I have quite a bit of this Copic Express, which is actually quite nice paper. I just don't use it as much. But it makes the ink just glide. It's actually quite nice paper. I should use it more, I guess. I just kind of got spoilt with my Spectrum, with my Sweet Sentiment paper that I love. It's got a nice shine to it. Okay, so I just kind of going back and forth. That's all I'm doing. Just going back and forth because I want it to be darker in some areas. you know, like right in here and right underneath his hand, off to the side. And I know I'm doing this quick. It's because it's my lunchtime. It's my lunch. I'm going to make a little video of this and post it on my YouTube channel. And so it'll be sped up. It won't be at this speed. It'll actually be quicker. I have a lot of full-length videos. I don't have very many subscribers. I have a lot of full-length videos, but I know that people, they don't want to watch a full-length video all the time. So I'm trying to make some shorter ones. So this is just kind of a project that I'm working on. So I'm just going back and forth. That's all I'm doing, back and forth, to kind of get some dimension going in his hat. And then I go over it with the light. See, I'm just going right across and just filling in it a little bit. There we go. Because I want a certain effect. So there we go. And I'm good. Good with that. Hi, Jackie. How are you? This is just a spontaneous moment, Jackie. It's my lunch. I've been teaching all day, and I needed a break. Teaching over Zoom is fun, but it's very time-consuming, and sometimes it's very... I teach English as a second language, and I have the best students ever. I'm not saying I don't. I have the very best students ever. But sometimes it's just a little hard with... we have different levels, so sometimes it's a little hard. I needed a mental break, so I thought I would color, and I'm working on a project, so I thought, hey, I'll just do a spontaneous live. And I'm hoping I'm not interfering with anybody else that's doing lives. It's hard to keep up with them anymore. So many people are doing them. And I know it's because we're all home. Some people are home working, some people are home quarantined. There's just all sorts of reasons people are home right now. And my little one's not doing his schoolwork that he's supposed to do. So I thought I need a break. All right, so I'm just kind of working my colors because I want some dimension. So I'm just going back and forth between my dark, my medium, and my light. Anyway, how's everybody else doing? I can kind of see some... Oh, these are Spectrum Noirs, Beverly. These are Spectrum Noirs. I have... I use Copics too, but these are Spectrum Noirs. And see, they're really a great price point. I use my Copics as well. I love them too. I don't have a full set of those, but I do have a full set of these. And I bought mine used, and I'm so thankful that the person sold them to me. I don't know if she wants me to say who it is, so that's why I'm not saying who it is. But she sold them to me, and it's wonderful, and they're refillable. And I love my Copics. I love them too. But these work really well, and they're refillable, just like the Copics are refillable. All right, so this, I'm using the Tri-Blends though, right now. So this is JG1, JG2, and JG3. And so I am going to go ahead and I am going to use my light first. I just find it works better with my Spectrum Noirs to use my light and then pull in my other colors. And maybe it's this paper. This is the Copic Express paper. So maybe it's my paper that makes it a little bit better. So I'm going to go light, and then I'm going to go to my medium and just kind of work it, pull it out. And like this. So I'm just pulling it out. And this gnome is for a project that I'm doing. Hi Sandra, how are you? I know this is just spontaneous. People are going to get tired of me saying that. I just needed a coloring break. Teaching, my mind is boggled down. You know, it's everybody's going through this. I'm not whining. I'm not complaining. I'm just expressing what people are going through. You know, we're having to homeschool. So we have an 11-year-old. We're homeschooling him now because the school's shut down till, well, it's shut down till next school year. We have a baby and daycare's shut down. And I'm teaching all day from home over Zoom. And I'm teaching my same schedule. I teach college. I'm teaching my same schedule because I teach ESL. And my students need more contact than maybe perhaps other students. So I'm teaching my same schedule. It's just a little hard to wear 3 hats. And I'm not whining. I'm very blessed. I'm so thankful that I'm at the house safe. Because I know a lot of people are out there and they're not safe. So I'm really not complaining. I just needed to color. So I am working this color back and forth because I want some depth, and I want it a little darker over here. I want it rounded is what I'm wanting. And so that's the look I'm trying to go for. And I just kind of go back and forth until I get the look I want. And this is the dark because I'm trying to do the elbow here. And inside his cuff, like that. A nice surprise. Well, thank you, Sandra. Thank you. So then I'm working my lighter one. Yeah, I was just going to come down and color. And I thought, oh, heck, why not just do it live? Then I could talk to some adults. Adults that have something in common with me, right? So it's kind of nice. I have to get back to my job in just a short bit, but it's okay. I've got enough time during my lunch to do this. I always thought I would do this at school during my lunch, but during my lunch, a lot of students would come in, but now, of course, that doesn't happen. My students have, you know, a lot of them had to fly home, and I have one in Spain, one in Hong Kong, one in Bahrain, and then one of them we live in southern Indiana, one of them went to stay with her sister at Purdue, which is West Lafayette, and then the others are scattered all around here, staying in apartments and just all sorts of places that they could find with host families, because I teach international students. And some of them are awful lonesome. I talk to them, you know, in between my classes over Zoom. So it's like my whole life has moved to computers. To be honest, I would love to have a job where I work from home. I'm really kind of, even though it's a little frustrating at times, I'm kind of enjoying it. So I'm just trying to open my marker. Oh my goodness. Sometimes it gets stuck. Jackie gave me a wonderful tip, and I need to do that. I do need to do it. There we go. So I'm just kind of working this. That's the only thing. These Spectrum Noirs, the caps are very difficult to get off. And Jackie gave me a wonderful tip, and I have been doing it where you take a spatula and you put it underneath the corner of the, you know, like right in here, and you can get your lid off. And that does work. What I've been doing, since I don't have my spatula out at this moment, is I'm actually using my nail to do it. Okay, so I'm going to do his shoes, and I am going to use the BG2, BG3, and BG4. You know what, Lenore, you know, when you teach ESL, you actually don't speak in other languages. It's an immersive program, so you want the students to speak in English. So we actually don't speak in any other foreign languages. But I have studied, I studied Arabic for several years, so I know quite a bit of Arabic. And I know quite a bit of German. I lived in Germany for 6 years and studied German. German's probably the language I know the most of. And then French. My family, actually, my mother's family, she's British. Her family immigrated to England from France. So growing up, there was a lot of French in the home. So I did study French. And then I've studied a little bit of Spanish. Not a lot, just a little bit. But in class, it's immersive. So my students are there, 25 hours a week. And we just speak in English. And it's okay. Sometimes you have to repeat something several times till a student gets it. And people visiting, they feel uncomfortable. They think they're insulting the student. But when you're repeating it and you're finding a different way to say it each time, eventually the student understands what you're saying and they're learning. So you're not really being rude. It's just when you immerse in a language, something kicks in your brain where you feel a little desperate and you've got to learn. And that's why people, when they go to other countries, you know, it still takes years and years. The expectation that someone can come to a country and just speak a language is impractical. It takes years to learn a language, but it is quicker to be immersed in the language. So that's why we are an IEP, which is an intensive English program. Now, I do have residents that come part-time because they're working, and oh my goodness, they're my hardest working students. They work all night. They're young. They work all night. They come to class and they work so hard. When my college students who live in the dorm and, you know, they're getting financial help from their parents, find out that these students are working all night and coming to class and doing their work, they're in awe of those students and actually motivates the other students. But my community members, that's what they're called, the resident students, they come part-time. So now it takes them much longer to learn English because they're not immersed all day in the class. But they are immersed at work, so they do sometimes, depending on their jobs, pick up a lot of speaking skills. But the problem is when a student speaks or reads, like when they rely on one of the skill sets quite a bit, it's sometimes hard to bring up their levels. You know, you really want all the speaking, reading, writing, all of it to come up together. So I'm just kind of going back and forth because I want to have a highlight. So I'm just working this very lightly. That's all I'm doing. I totally get it. I've had 6 au pairs, from Colombia, Mexico, Denmark, and Germany. Oh, wow. I kind of wish I had an au pair right now. That would help. Okay, so I am going to use my, actually, GB1. I'm going to do his beard in a moment. Probably wondering, why hadn't she done that beard? I am going to do it in a moment. So I'm just doing this light. I'm doing the light because I want the ink to dry. I'm going to put some shiny stuff on it, so I want the ink to dry. So there was a reason to my madness there. And I'm adding just a little bit of citrus, so it kind of gives it a glow. And I know I'm doing this quick. I am doing it quick. All right, so I'm going to do his skin, and so I am going to use the FS6, FS7, and FS8. And so here we go. There we go. It doesn't have, the gnomes, they don't have a lot of skin showing. So I'm going to just put a layer on his hands, and then I'm going to bring in the dark. And again, I'm just working this back and forth. So I'm going in with my dark. So I'm going to go here near his cuff and up over in here and over like that. You know, I love alcohol markers. These are Spectrum Noirs. I use my Copics. I love them a lot. I also have a set of, that I started with. I started with the Dick Blicks. And I do have a set of those, but and they work. They work very well, and they're refillable. But there's not enough colors to make a blend. So I use them sparingly. I don't use them as much as I use all my other ones. But I do use them. And what I like about the Spectrum Noirs is I love their jewel tones. I just think that they are fantastic. But with your Copics, you can get a really nice shine. So it kind of depends what you're wanting. If you're doing hair, the Copics are fantastic because you get a really nice shine. So you have to decide what your project is that you're working on. And I'm getting ready to do his nose. Oh, here we go. I always just do like this. A little, I just do like a little C. And then I blend it out. I don't know how other people do their gnomes, but that's how I do mine. I have the cutest card to share with everybody that I made for Mother's Day from this line. I'm just trying to get my lid off. Oh my goodness. Well, just one moment. Let me grab a different marker. Oops, sorry. It never fails. You're trying to do something in. There we go. This is my wonderful set that I have here. I love this set. So I'm just going to blend this out. Now, the only thing with your Spectrum Noirs, if you have purchased them, there's originals, there's classiques, and there are illustrators. And the newer ones have different inks. So sometimes your ink that you have from early on might not be the same color. So that's the only thing to keep in mind, but they're refillable and you can make them, you can add your new ink, is what I'm trying to say. You can add your new ink and I mean, it works out fine. All right, so now I'm actually switching to my Copics. And so this one is E13. So I'm just, with all you guys watching me, I don't know if I can do this quite right. So I'm just doing brush strokes in the direction I think his beard, is it called hair? Just the direction I think his beard, the hairs in his beard would grow. I'm really not a beard person, I'll be honest. I always think they're dirty. A lot of our teachers who have beards have shaved them since the virus, and I don't know, is that something they're recommending people do? I don't know, but they've shaved them, and they said they've done it because of the virus. So is it because they're worried that the virus will stick to the hairs in their beard? So I'm just doing, see, brush strokes very quickly, just kind of up and then down, kind of up. See, just real short, very short. And then this was E21, and then I'm going to go in with E01. Beards don't have to be gray. A lot of times you see them, they're gray. They don't have to be gray. They can be other colors. Okay. So just little brush strokes. That's all. Just kind of breaking it up a little bit. And you can have white show through. It's okay. There we go. And I'm going to go back in just a little bit. Just a smidge. This is E23. Just very... I'm heavy-handed. I have to be very careful. I'm sorry, I get quiet when I'm thinking. I got to be careful because I'm heavy-handed. And I just want to do light, very light. See, just very light strokes. So just trying to do light strokes. A little bit more up in here. Okay, see, I just wanted to do some very light strokes to try to add a little dimension. So then I'm going back in with my E21 and just kind of in between. There we go. Kind of pull it out just a little bit. There we go. 'Cause I'm not real into harsh lines. Maybe that's why beards kind of mystify me. And then I'm using IG21. And so what I'm going to do with this, that's what you told your husband about shaving this beard. Yeah, I have a lot of coworkers, men that have beards, and they shaved it. They shaved them because they said of the virus. And they have children, so I don't know if it's something, I mean, I really haven't seen that being recommended. You know, I had gotten ill, and people that follow me know I had gotten ill, and they suspected coronavirus. In the literature they gave me, we all had to isolate and quarantine, and the literature they gave me said to stay away from animals. And I saw in the Bronx Zoo that one of the animals did get coronavirus. So I guess that's why they had that in that literature. I don't know. I'm just doing this in purple because my paper that I'm using is purple. All right, so I wanted my ink to dry because I'm putting on this Nuvo pen. And I like to do it in right here where it's to make it look like his lantern is on and glittering. See? And so I'm pretty happy. He's got his shading going for some dimension. What I always do, I tell people, I take a picture and then I look through that lens to see, do I need to shade anywhere else? Because sometimes, I don't know, when you look through the camera eye, you see things differently. So sometimes I like to do that well, not sometimes. Every time I get done, I actually take a picture and look through my camera lens to see if I need to shade a little bit more. So you can go over your ink as many times. You can reactivate it. See, when you start coloring and getting it wet, it reactivates. See, like that, it reactivates. So you can go in and add wherever you need to add some shading, some dimension, you can do it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just adding a little bit. I'm doing this to a curve, kind of to a curve because his arm's curved. So that's why I'm doing that, kind of at a curve. And I'm going to come down here. And if you have any questions, lots of people, Jackie, a lot of people on here make fantastic cards. Oh my gosh, I'm in awe of them. So, my husband has a mustache, but I don't want to see him without it. My husband has a mustache too, and I don't want to see him without it either, because I don't know how he would look. So, I had actually cut this out on my Cricut. Not Cricut. I don't have a Cricut. On my Scan and Cut. I did this tag on my Scan and Cut, and I did it because it had this pretty gold on it, and I wanted something that had a little bit of dimension, so that's why I picked this particular paper. And I did it at like 5 1/4, and I print my digis at 4. So I just I just thought that this paper was pretty with the colors that I picked. And then if I can find where I put it, I printed up a sentiment. We'll see if it's gonna look okay. I don't know. I have a sentiment and it says be safe, and I printed it up, I don't know, on brown paper. I was gonna try to mat this, but my sometimes your Scan and Cuts work really well and sometimes they are a pain. I could not get my Scan and Cut to cut this a little bit bigger. See, I don't know. What do you think? Should I add that or not add that? What do you think? The Be Safe. You guys let me know if I should add it or not. Okay, so this is just some, what is it? I hate to use the word string. Fiber. This is fiber. And I ordered it online, and it came in this beautiful pack like this. And I use it sparingly, because isn't that what we crafters do? We buy a lot of stuff and then we use it sparingly. Really, I use everything that I have. I'm not actually a big time hoarder. I do use all my things. I wish at the moment I was a bit of a hoarder, because I'm out of a few things. But and I think they're luxuries, so I'm not buying them. I feel like, even though I like to do my lives and all, I feel like that the items are a luxury, so I'm not buying them when there's uncertainty going on. So I think that just makes it look so pretty. So, interesting coloring looks in real life. Camera, very deceiving, yes. So I was thinking about adding this Be Safe. What do you guys think? I'll add it. If you don't like it, I can always take it off. And here we go. And I'm popping it up, but you don't have to on tags. You don't have to pop things up. I do pop them up, and then I use my tags. This is going to be on a gift. That's why I was making it. And I'm going to add this, although I don't know if the brown, I don't know, what do you think? So here we go. Of course, you know, I might change it because it's going on a gift. And, I mean, I guess if they were going away on a trip, I might say be safe, but I don't know. Anyway, so here we go. Just a quick tag. If you need to make a tag, I did that really quick during my lunch. You don't have to go out and buy them, especially right now. You don't want to go out and buy anything. So anyway, there we go. That's my, oh, thank you, Sandra. That's just a quick tag that I did during my lunch as a mental health break. And then I have a Mother's Day card I'll be posting that is so cute from this line. This is a March release. And I've done this image a couple of times. See, I did it here. Because I'm going to make more than one tag. So I've done it several times. So there we go. Just a quick little live. And I hope you guys are safe. I will be live Thursday night and I'll be live Sunday. So I will see you guys soon. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And yes, thank you for spending your lunch with me. I'll talk to you guys later.